Abraham Lincoln was the 16th leader of the U.S. of America. He was brought into the world on February 12, 1809 in Kentucky. Abraham Lincoln's dad was a rancher. They were poor and the family lived in a log lodge. Indeed, brought into the world in an unfortunate family and turned into the leader of the U.S., Abraham Lincoln is perhaps of the best model that difficult work and assurance can prompt achievement. He was a legal counselor by calling and the main American president who has a patent in his possession. Brought into the world in Kentucky, Lincoln before long moved with family to Indiana and later to Illinois. Abraham Lincoln lost his mom when he was only 9 years of age. Be that as it may, he was a cherished offspring of his stepmother. She motivated him to peruse a great deal of books. Did you simply imagine that he probably been a savvy kid at school? Indeed, Lincoln went to class only for around a year and a half, and later concentrated all alone. He even used to retain what he realized by composing on the logs of wood. His adoration for perusing was so a lot that he once strolled around 6 miles to get a book. A portion of his #1 books included life and important activities of George Washington, Robinson Crusoe, Traveler's Advancement, and Aesop's Tales. Abraham Lincoln once said, "My dearest companion is an individual who will give me a book I have not perused." At 22 years old, Abraham Lincoln moved out to work in a corner store where he got the title Genuine Abe. You know why? On one occasion, a client paid a few additional pennies at the corner store unintentionally. After the store shut, Abraham Lincoln strolled for a significant distance to return those additional pennies. From that point forward, he was given the title Genuine Abe. Abraham Lincoln told the truth and wanted to peruse. Lincoln generally needed to work for humankind. He once made a trip from Illinois to Kentucky in a ship where he saw a few slaves tied. He realized that servitude was off base and needed to cancel the arrangement of subjection in the U.S. In 1832, he ran an appointment of the Illinois state lawmaking body yet lost it. From that point forward, he flopped in business and later enlisted in the military and filled in as skipper. From that point forward, he concentrated all alone to turn into a legal counselor. Such countless disappointments, however, he didn't surrender. That is an example for us all. We should never surrender when we fall flat. All things considered, we should continue to attempt to accomplish our objectives. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I'm a sluggish walker, however I won't ever stroll back." You know, he didn't go to a graduate school. He concentrated on all alone and finished the law test to turn into a legal counselor. Very soon he became famous among different attorneys for his insight. In 1834, Abraham Lincoln was chosen for the Illinois state lawmaking body and stayed apart till 1842. In 1842, Abraham Lincoln got hitched to wed Todd and had 4 children. In 1846, Abraham Lincoln was chosen for the U.S. place of delegates. He buckled down for the improvement of the local area, however was not exceptionally fruitful in governmental issues. Still, he kept on serving individuals and needed to eliminate the arrangement of servitude from the U.S. In 1860, he turned into the 16th leader of the U.S. He confronted a ton of hardships during his official years. A nationwide conflict began in 1861 between the northern and southern conditions of the U.S. over bondage and other social and political contrasts. However, Abraham not set in stone to hold the nation together. He eliminated the arrangement of subjugation from the U.S. The nationwide conflict finished in 1865, and Abraham not entirely set in stone to unite the country. Yet, tragically, he didn't live to witness that. Under 7 days after the finish of the nationwide conflict, Lincoln and his better half were watching a play at the Passage Theater, where he was shot in the head by a man named John Wilkes Corner. Abraham Lincoln kicked the bucket the following morning, on 15th April 1865. His life is an illustration of how solid assurance can make achievement. It is said that his initiative during the nationwide conflict was remarkable. He was a friend in need of humankind and a genuine legend.